Okay, guys, welcome. We are on the BUDU channel. I know it's been a while, but sometimes you need to take a break. We have the one and only Dr. Karl Michel.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah, because we met, how long was this ago? Was this like 4 or 5 years ago?
5 years ago, yeah.
5 years ago. Guys, relationship is a key thing that I keep on telling you guys. It is so important. Build rapport, build
Of course.
communication. So
Yeah.
tell me, well, before we go into all of what you do, you want to explain a little bit about what you do? I know you are in the feet industry, right? So it'd be better for you to explain to
all right. Okay, so my name is Dr. Karl Michel. I'm a foot and ankle surgeon, podiatrist here. I do a lot of trauma surgeries, people with fractures, ankles, broken leg, broken foot. I do those, and I also see patients in my office for, regular stuff, heel pain, plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendon injuries, and all that. So basically, that's in a nutshell. That's what I do. I see people with flat foot. I do reconstructive surgery of the foot, of the ankle. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what I do.
Okay. And I was reading, you've been doing this for 10 years?
Yes.
Wow. So tell me, how did you get into like the feet?
Well, when I was a young boy, I played a lot of soccer, what the Americans call soccer here, but we call it football.
Yeah, we call it football here. Yeah.
So
do you like any football?
Chelsea. Come
Chelsea.
On. Yeah.
Okay.
Come
I don't
on.
think you and I can be friends, but that's fine. I'm Manchester United, but that's okay.
Oh, too bad. You're in 9th place now, so it's all right.
We broke a relationship because of soccer. Tell me all.
But yeah, I play as a former player. I played a lot, and I've had injuries in the past. And I was like, hey, maybe I should do something that still involves me with the sport, and be able to be connected still. So to this day, I still play, and I still, I was a doctor for a team for a while. In my office, I do see local athletes here, so which is good for me. It keeps me connected to the game. So that's the main reason for me into going to the lower extremity. So.
Okay. And so you also speak various different languages.
Yes, I speak French, I speak Creole, a little bit of Spanish, and obviously English.
So. Yeah, because you're based in Miami, so I guess there's a lot of...
Yeah, but actually now I live in Boynton Beach, which is about maybe an hour north of Miami.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There's less Spanish.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot less Spanish.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's it's always interesting to know, because last time I went to Miami, and it was like just filled with Spanish. Like the last.
Yeah, it felt like you were in Cuba, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, I live on the land of like the United States. You should be talking in English, right? It doesn't matter. We'll let that go. So now, what is because this is your new practice, right? That you have.
Yes.
Yes. How long have you had it for?
I branched out on my own about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I used to work in a multi-group with different doctors.
Okay.
And it wasn't working for me. Decided to branch out on my own, have my own schedule, be my own boss. So
why did it not work? Was it the philosophy, or is it you?
Exactly. It's philosophy. Over time, people have different philosophies on the way they want things to go and how they want to treat patients.
Okay.
So, yeah, it wasn't working for me.
So what makes you different from anybody else? I mean, I was reading, you have amazing reviews of people saying that, you're passionate, you're knowledgeable, but what if somebody's listening to you and they're around Miami or around Florida and they're wanting?
It's more, to me, it's more about quality over quantity. Spending time and listening to patients. A lot of time when you really sit down and talking to people, they'll tell you exactly what's wrong with them, you know. So you have to really take time to listen to them and be, you know, passionate, compassionate about what they're telling you. And to me, you know, quality goes, you know, over quantity anytime. So that's basically the difference to me, you know, is just taking care, you know, knowing that the patient that's in front of you could be your mother, your cousin, you know, a family member. So you have to treat everybody the same.
Makes sense. And so because you've only opened not long ago, so have you found any challenges in opening, or has your transition?
Oh yeah,
this has been
yeah.
really smooth,
It's been a learning curve. You know, it's like you as a doctor, they don't teach you the business side of things. So you're opening your own practice, the marketing, you know, all that stuff. It's been quite challenging, but we're growing. As long as we're growing, I'm happy.
Yeah. So when you say marketing, what is something that you have had to learn that you didn't know that now you're proud of?
I guess relationship with people.
Okay.
I think it goes a long way. You know, sitting down face to face with other doctors, it's kind of better than sending them a card or a brochure and they don't know who you are. I found that when you sit down with people, you have a connection with them. You know, they see you, you see them. Being able to exchange ideas face to face is better than actually sending a newsletter saying, hey, I'm Dr. Michel, I'm around here, send me patients. No, it doesn't work like that. So I found that, you know, sitting down with people, having a relationship with them is a lot better. So that's one of the key points that I've learned in my marketing strategies.
And face-to-face and in-person has
been in-persons,
So when you do the face-to-face, do you go to networking events, or is it just like knocking on doors? And
I've done both, actually.
Okay.
I've gone to networking events where, you know, you sit down with people, and then I've taken meetings, one-on-one meetings with people, go to their offices, play golf with them, play, you know, basketball, different areas where you can get to know the person himself or herself. That way you're able to connect a little bit better.
Yeah, that is I think today that's the biggest thing. Even though everything is online and offline, it's so important to be able to like make it also unique for, you know, and targeted for your market too. So sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say it goes with you and I. We met 5 years ago, so we had, you know, connection face to face. We were able to talk. We got to know each other, and then 5 years later, we're still connected. So
yeah, even though, you know, you've done what you've done in between, and I've done what I've done in between. It's just, you know, we still kept, you know, message there or a message there. So
relationships they go a long way. So
So what would you say do you have like a target market, or is your audience like pretty large?
Right now, my audience is pretty large, but eventually I'd like to focus on, you know, surgical aspect of it, as far as, you know, seeing a certain amount of range of people, you know, kids, young adults. But right now, because we're new, we're kind of branching out. Me personally, I probably focus my studies, not my studies, but my application more to the trauma aspect of it, the reconstructing aspect of it, and then bring other physicians where they can cover other areas of the specialty. So.
Okay, so you're not just wanting just to be one practice, just people seeing you. You want
exactly.
people to need to go to the other side of the city to get, you know, as you say, maybe a therapist for walking.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So just able to cover all the angles that the specialty covers. So.
And that was always in your plan, in your
Yeah, it's always been in the plan.
Okay.
You know,
So you're a very people person where you like
of course,
win-win for all. Yeah.
always.
I know you are, but I want people to know that this is who you are, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, being able to help in multi areas is what we're looking for.
Mm-mm. And so when you say reconstruction, because can you set me like, for example, one example of a case that you had that really you took from the beginning to the end and you've seen the transformation? Can you maybe tell a little bit of a testimony?
Yeah, well, there are a few cases actually, but the one that we usually see a lot is people with flat foot deformities, people falling arches where they have pain caused by the weight that they bear, and then they're completely flat. So what we do, we reconstruct the foot and give them an arch, actually an arch. Okay. And then, you know, usually that's what we do a lot in our practice. Also, people with long-standing chronic arthritis do joint replacements. So be able to help in that way, whether it's the ankle or the toes, or, you know, people with bunions, and, you know, kind of that way. So if you have a wide foot, you're looking for a more narrow foot, we can do that too. Okay. So,
so is like the foot industry a big thing? Sorry, I'm talking as a stylist, so this is like not my field at all. So I'm actually curious because I'm like, this is.
You know what? It's getting there, because a lot of people usually don't pay attention to their feet until it starts bothering them. I tell people that your feet is like a foundation, like a house. You're building a house. You need a foundation before you can put the actual, you know, floors and stuff. So feet are very important. Without your feet, you can't go anywhere. So, yeah.
So when we go back to the feet in terms of, you know, you being super important, what are the effects of us, you know, wearing trainers and high heels? What's your view on the shoes that are produced today? Are they good? Because we worked on an industry back in the day where, you know, you should walk with insoles which were magnetic, and that would give you the energy that we don't have in not walking in the nature every single day. So how's what's your views on today's shoes?
Well, you know, it's funny. I've had a lot of women come to my practice with bunion deformities. Okay. And these are usually caused by, they're hereditary, but they can be accentuated by the shoes that you wear. You know, meaning that, you know, people wear high heels all the time for work, like for 20 something years. Anything over 4 or 5 inch stilettos, where you think your foot is in the abnormal position all the time. You're walking basically on the ball of your foot. So your feet are not meant to be walked like that. So you're putting a lot of pressure into joints that normally wouldn't have those pressures. Okay. So eventually you'll develop arthritis, you'll develop tendonitis, you'll develop a whole lot of problems. Anything over 2-3 inches are going to cause problems in the long run. Okay. Insoles, I'm always for insoles, especially magnetics. Magnetics, they have properties that helps you with your energy, with stability, even with nerve pain. There's a lot of studies now that are being done where they're saying that, you know, magnetic insoles can help with what's called neuropathy, which is an abnormal signals going to your legs and your feet. So these are, to me, usually I try the conservative treatment approach first, and they tend to help a lot. You know, you put people in the magnetic insoles, people with sensation problems, within a month or two, they're saying, "Hey, doc, I can feel my toes. I can feel this." You know, there's just you know, there's a lot of research that are being done now. And people I've had people come to me and, you know, giving me hugs that have changed their lives with the simple magnetic insoles. So.
Okay, wow. That's I think, you know, overall, once you are, well, as an entrepreneur, you know, when you have somebody that comes back and they just, you've delivered quality, you've delivered a service.
Right.
Of course, great, you know, money income comes in, but it's the service, it's the feeling of, you know, value that you brought to them. And I'm sure that's just.
Oh, there are no better feelings than that, you
Mm,
know, knowing that you've helped somebody.
yeah.
There are a couple times I've been at the mall, you know, shopping with my little kids, with my wife, and somebody stopped me and said, "Oh man, you've done great things, and you know, give me a hug," and you know, so those are things that I take dearly. So.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So, in terms of, for example, like workout shoes, do you, because I know a few osteopaths that say, you know, you should work out bare feet, but in CrossFit, for example, you cannot work barefoot.
Oh, of course not.
Like that's not happening. It's certainly not under my watch. But do you, because I know there's like these shoes where you see like the toes. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on?
Those you can actually use. There's still research being done with them as far as the ambulation and the what's called the mechanics of those shoes. Um, Preferably now, the best shoes to work out in are New Balance shoes, or Asics shoes, because
Okay.
they're more structurally sound. But the ones that are barefoot, they still have research as far as the gait pattern, the structure of those shoes. But their early results are okay. I mean, people have used them to walk, to run, without any problem. But they're still being investigated as far as shock absorptions and stuff like that, and structure in that capacity.
Okay. So, what would you say to your younger self, knowing that you are where you are today? Is
Mm-hmm.
there some things that, you know, maybe somebody's listening and they're wanting to launch themselves in entrepreneurship and it's in the health industry, or maybe they're wanting to be just somebody just like you? What would you say to them?
Be patient and be disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to fail. I don't
Mm.
know if that makes sense, but you know, it's through your failure that you're gonna learn, that you're gonna grow. So I've learned a lot since I've been on my own. So it is, you know, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna fail a lot, but you're gonna learn a lot. So it's the only thing that's gonna make you grow. So consistency, you know, if you have a dream, protect it, work at it, no matter what it is, you know, work at it. As long as you're disciplined, you know, to me, discipline is the source of success.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what it is, being consistent about it, you eventually succeed at it.
And what's in terms of you keeping your goals and being consistent, what do you do? Are there like 2-3 tips that you do every single morning or during the day? What works for you?
I write down my goals.
Okay.
Yeah, you have
So
to write
when
them
you write
down.
them down, are you like super specific, or are you more like a vision board
No,
or?
you have to be. I'm both. I do both. I have a vision board for the year,
Okay.
and I have little goals throughout the day, that keeps me on path towards my vision goal. Like every day, I wake up early. I meditate. You know, take time for myself, and then go over these goals throughout the day. What I have to do, the little steps that you have to take, and then you know you accomplish those. Those little steps eventually will be the big steps, and then before you know it, your vision that you had for the year, you've crossed a lot of those. You've accomplished a lot of those. So I would say write them down. You know, have a specific time that you wake up. You know, you can concentrate on those goals. And then to me, I wake up early anyway. I found that when I wake up early, I'm more alert. I'm more focused.
What time do
And
you wake up?
usually 4:15 in the morning.
Lord Jesus. Okay, I need a bit of that sprinkle.
4:15, 4:30, I'm up.
Okay.
So wake up, focus, do my meditation, do a little workout if I can, and then back to business.
So when you wake up at 4:15, what time do you go to bed generally at?
Probably 10 o'clock.
Okay. So you're not like much a big sleeper. You don't need much of sleep.
I think 6 hours for me is good. There's 24 hours in the day, so I try to take advantage of all time that we have.
But your body is not affected by it, right? Because
no, I mean, 6 hours. I'll take, a few days. If I work really hard during the day, I'll take a nap in between.
Of course.
I'll probably an hour nap, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, as we're wrapping up, because I know you're super busy, but what are your 2 words for 2020?
Woo. 2 words for 2020.
Yeah, that only specific for you and your business, or that's it.
I would say, wow, I never thought about that. That's
wow, you gotta have to think about that one.
I think overcoming, and have being more precise.
Okay.
Precision. I think that for me, more precision and overcoming a lot of negative thoughts, I guess. That would probably be.
How do you override negative thoughts, if I may ask?
Just being more positive, I guess.
Okay.
Have a more positive outlook, even though you don't know how it's going to turn out, but still keep a positive outlook, positive mindset. I think that would be the word, more so than overcoming, being more positive. So.
And last question that I have for you. What 2020, are there any major things you want that will happen no matter what, but have been on your list?
Oh yeah. One of them is probably being expanding, probably.
Spending?
Expanding.
Expanding. Sorry, I was like spending on what?
No. Expanding.
Expanding. Okay.
Yeah, so that I'm looking towards probably the end of the year. Hopefully we can accomplish that. I'm praying that we can do that.
Amen.
And be more recognizable. I'm trying to write a book as well.
Okay.
So by the end of the year, hopefully those will be more clear. We'll see.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you, Michelle, for Karl. So Michel.
That's okay.
Mr. Michel, Mr. Karl Michel, for your time. Where can the peeps, the humans, find you?
The peeps, the human.
Yes.
I'm on Facebook at Dr. Karl Michel. I'm also on Instagram at Dr. Karl Michel. Facebook also, if you want to follow the practice, you can follow the practice at Genesis Foot and Ankle. We're on Facebook. Google, you can Google us, you'll find us as well. So trying to be everywhere. Hopefully we have goals in future to expand beyond the United States. You never know. So we'll
are we looking like at Haiti or are we looking like Europe?
Yes.
Nice.
So I'm looking to lecture. I've had invitation to lecture in China. So we'll see.
Congratulations.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm excited. Well, congratulations. And guys, I'll put the links all below. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to see you again. I love the red hair. Keep it up.
Thank you.